All right.
So the
This thing is awesome.
Chinese on their J-16 fighters have fielded a air-to-air missile called the PL-17. There's the blown up picture, and there's the wait. I'll point it over here, and you guys will be able to see it. There's the very large missile.
Yep.
China has released a photo of its J-16 flanker derivatives tooled up with air-to-air missiles. The most impressive loadout shown out of a quartet of J-16s in an overhead break pattern includes the huge PL-17, so to speak, also referred to as the PL-XX or PL-20 long-range air-to-air missile. The fighters in question carry 4 PL-10s, 1 PL-12, 4 PL-15s, and 1 big PL-17.
Wow.
While the PL-15 is widely seen as a successor to the PL-12, there's another AAM program currently under development, although details about it remain limited. Normally known in the West as the PL-XX, this is thought to be a very long-range AAM, perhaps intended primarily to target high-value assets like tankers and airborne early warning aircraft. Alternative designations could be PL-17 or PL-20, but they remain unconfirmed. That was pretty much the article.
Yeah, so this thing is, that's a picture of it there. It's like 20 feet long, and it's got allegedly a 400 mover like this kilometer range, which is about 250 miles, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. When I think about any kind of a BVR kind of fight, and I know it said this thing here is primarily for probably knocking down your tankers and your AWACS and stuff like that, but at what point did the ranges get a little crazy? And then I ask myself, what kind of support does that missile need? How would it fare in a jamming environment? And I don't know, Mover, what are your thoughts on hauling around something like that on an airplane?
I would rather have a 6x2 loadout than 2x0 of that.
Yeah.
I would rather have more missiles, because you're losing missiles, right? Because everything's a trade-off. And so, the one guy that's going to be carrying that is going to be the dude that's shooting down your AWACS and your tanker while everybody else has the regular missiles. My next question is, how many times are we going to change the name of it? Because I'm sure it's going to be the nerds at Nellis are going to be like, well, no, today it's the PL. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just y'all let me know what you settle on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. I'd rather have a more standard loadout myself. And I guess I don't know if you're, I just think there's probably a better way to, there's a better way to target.
Dude, my favorite concept was always the boner, the B1R.
Yeah.
Like 40 AMRAMs, and you just targeted, you were like, hey, you stay behind me, I'll target, and you throw them over your shoulder, because I want more missiles.
Yeah.
That's always the problem.
Yeah, exactly. If you can carry 2 of those things and you're going such a long range shot, and probably with all kinds of jamming and crazy stuff going on, and you never know like what the, what are the kinematics as far as maneuvering targets and stuff. Pretty easy to probably defeat that. And then what? Now you're gun only, which is nothing wrong with that. I like guns only, but
I mean, that's a good point, because think about what you're doing 200 miles, right? 200 miles, you're not facing a threat. You're capping. You're in the, so if you turn cold, you defeat it. If you're doing a taco, or figure 8 or something, every time you turn, are you defeating this thing? I mean, so is it now luck? Depending on where you are in your cap, because I mean, what's the time of flight now?
Exactly. And at what point does it become no escape? There's just a lot. Like the long range stuff is cool, but I like when I did any kind of BVR, I was actually always way more afraid of the short range stuff, right? Always the short range commit. Even if it's against like a heater only threat, it's because there's not a lot of time. If you have these great ranges, I don't even know how you would train against a missile like this. I mean, the ranges are already at their at their limit. You'd have to, you would have to have like 300 miles of airspace to even train against this thing. But I don't know if it's going to be a real. I mean, I can't see carrying that thing, and I mean, it's probably one of those things on the select jet, right? If you hit the merge with somebody.
The good news is, it's like an SA2. You're going to see it. That's a big honking missile coming at you, so you're going to see it.
Yeah,
far out.
Yeah, I was reading a little bit about the technology. Apparently, it has an advanced motor in it, but it didn't really say a whole lot. You know, like the Phoenix, the old school Phoenix would like go to the moon, so to speak, and then come down. I didn't know. It didn't. I couldn't find any information on like the trajectory or what kind of
Yeah.
uh flight path this thing would have. But yeah, I don't know. It looks scary. I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't be afraid of it, because there is the chance you could literally get shot and not even know you're targeted.
Yeah, I mean that's the other part too with the modern, the passive radars,
Yeah,
pieces or whatever passive electronic, and
right.
they're doing. I mean, yeah, you might
I'm
not.
a fan of, like, if you're gonna stop the tankers, man, just blow a hole in the runway. That
Or
stops them all.
take away their per diem.
Or take away their internet, dude, at their base, dude. Like, nope, we ain't going.
Give them 1-star reviews on their hotels, and they'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.